1, 2, 3, funk it.
My darling, I love you, 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 I love you.
Wow, hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's been a long time since I've been on YouTube. It's been like 6 months, and the reason for that is because I am now 6 months pregnant, and this pregnancy has been very, very hard for me, and I wasn't really sure if I wanted to open up about my pregnancy journey. However, now that I'm feeling much better, I think I do want to share a little bit about it. So now that I'm in the second trimester, only for 1 more month, which is so crazy to think, like, wow, it actually went so fast, and I'm going to be in the third trimester in a month, is crazy. But for just like a little recap about how it was going in the first and the second trimesters for me, it was very hard. Like I said, I was very emotional. I mean, it was just a roller coaster of emotions, because I wanted to be pregnant so bad, but I didn't want all the symptoms on top of it. But nothing worth having in life comes easy, and I think that this is a really big thing in life. I mean, you're bringing a child into the world, and not to mention this whole virus going on with COVID. That really was my saving grace, though, because had I had to be working in my first trimester, there's no way. There's just no way. I said I would have quit my job. There's just no way I could have worked, because I couldn't even get out of bed some days. I mean, I got this pregnancy app, and I was tracking like everything I was doing. I mean, some days I couldn't even take a shower because I was so tired, or I was just so, I felt so sick. I mean, I couldn't even do anything. It was just terrible. So I remember the first time that I puked. I wrote it in here, you know, what happened, and it was just so scary because I haven't puked in years. Like, I just don't puke. Nobody pukes just normally, but for me to go from feeling like perfectly healthy all the time to just hitting a brick wall, to wanting to stay in bed, to having my emotions just go straight the opposite of what they normally are, which is happy and full of life, just to go to being depressed and sad and like, oh my gosh, like I feel like trash every single day, was really, really, really hard for me. And not being able to keep any food down or liquids, I could not keep anything down. I mean, even chicken noodle soup wouldn't stay down. Saltine crackers were like a go-to, but some days those wouldn't stay down. Water, I mean, I probably was dehydrated, and I am a smaller girl. I don't need to say my weight, but I am a smaller girl, and I lost 11 pounds in the matter of like 4 weeks. So in 1 month I lost 11 pounds, and now I'm finally at my heaviest weight of all time, because I have a baby in me, but I am now going up in my weight, and that's really good, because I'm supposed to gain about 30 pounds, which I think actually might happen, but I don't know. As of my pre-pregnancy weight into how much I weigh now, I've only gained 8 pounds because I lost the 11. So technically, I've gained 19 pounds, but again, I lost 11 pounds at the very beginning because I wasn't able to keep anything down. I was vomiting constantly, like I said, probably 4+ times a day, and I have that all recorded every single day that what I ate. I was recording that because I wanted to see what foods were working and what foods weren't working, and what's so strange is what can work one day cannot work the next day, and it doesn't matter. I mean, all the research that you do in the world, it doesn't matter, because every woman's different, every woman's body is different, and every woman's pregnancy is different. So what works for somebody else is not going to work for you. Like, I did all this research the day I found out I was pregnant. I'm like, okay, I gotta eat this, I gotta eat that. No, I'm sorry, you can't do that because it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. And I found that out the hard way, but it's okay. We're doing much better now. But I wanted to share some of the symptoms that I felt like right away in the first trimester. So I had unexplainable fatigue and exhaustion, decreased appetite, like what once sounded really good to me every day no longer sounded really good to me. Like, if you know me, you know I love McDonald's, and that sounded absolutely disgusting, like want to vomit, puke, nasty. Anything fast food, which is like what I love to eat, was now disgusting. And that's how I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, something's definitely wrong with me. Which I knew I was pregnant, but it wasn't until probably 4 weeks ago that McDonald's actually started to sound good and that I had it for the first time in a really long time. So I just couldn't believe that immediate change. Like I said, vomiting a lot, decreased sex drive. That was a new thing. I mean, I didn't have sex for a long time. Vivid dreams, crazy dreams, just dreams of just like absolute crazy things that don't make any sense at all. Excessive saliva, that one was really annoying, that symptom in itself, because it's like I just felt like I had to drool all the time, like my mouth was just full of saliva. It was really nasty. And not to mention, on top of that, excess saliva, I had a nasty taste in my mouth like 24/7, even after brushing my teeth. And then I got so much acne. Even now I still have some acne, but I'm not one that typically gets acne. And I had so much acne, I just could not believe it. And everybody says, oh, that's a myth or whatever, but no, honey, that's not a myth. That was a really real symptom for me, because I do not get acne, and throughout this pregnancy I've gotten terrible acne just randomly. So I don't like that symptom at all. I mean, who would? But I had some abdominal cramping and constipation. Might be a little TMI for some people, but I literally couldn't poop for weeks. And I'm like, okay, this is either because I haven't been eating enough food or I'm just way backed up. And I don't like taking pills or anything like that, so I wasn't going to take a safe laxative or anything for that. I was just going to drink lots of water, let my body do what it does. And I mean, it was just really weird to go from pooping once a day to not pooping at all for weeks, and that was really gross. But it's a symptom of pregnancy, and I got that. So yeah. And then some things that really, I think really helped me were just sitting in bed, just relaxing, watching TV. Again, thank God for the whole quarantine thing. And then vitamin B6, 25 milligrams helped me, and Unisom. The Unisom, though, you want to only take that at night because it's a sleep aid. And you can take it during the day, but it makes you really drowsy. And for me, I took that Unisom at night, and I was out in like 20 minutes. And I only did that like 4 times because I didn't really want to get attached to a sleep aid, because in the past I've done sleep aids before, and then I just feel like I can't get off of those, so I don't want to start that. And then my mom, she was a really big help during all this, because we had to move, and I just felt like I couldn't do anything at all. I honestly felt like I was bedridden because I couldn't get out of bed. I didn't want to do laundry, didn't want to do anything. Like, it was an accomplishment to just get in the shower and take a shower one day and then go back and lay down in the bed or do like a load of laundry or something. Like, that was an accomplishment. That's how bad I felt. I just felt like terrible. The worst I've ever felt in my whole life. And it was really hard, not only for me to understand, but for my husband to understand also, just because, you know, the girl that he married is gone, and it's this woman that is just like so exhausted, so tired, just so the complete opposite of herself, and he had a hard time with that, and I can understand that. But now it's like I'm finally coming back to myself and who I am, but it's still really hard, and it's still very, very much tiring, especially after going a whole day of work and then coming home. Like, I'm just dead. I'm exhausted. But that's also because of the pregnancy, and I know that. So I have to give myself grace for needing rest, because once that baby's here, there's going to be no time for rest. So I get all the rest I can, because it's really important to sleep at least 8 hours. So I try to go to bed. I try to be in bed by 10 o'clock so I can be asleep in like 15, 20 minutes, because I fall asleep pretty quickly. But I also have to get up at 5:30ish in the morning to be to work when I need to be to work. And so, yeah, sleep is really important. But as far as this whole pregnancy thing goes, I have not enjoyed it, and I don't think that's a problem. I don't think it's a problem to not like to be pregnant. For me, I've hated this whole thing. The only thing I really liked has been going to the ultrasounds, obviously finding out that we were pregnant and telling my husband that, and it was very easy to get pregnant for me. We both knew that we wanted to have our baby be born in 2020. And this was pre the pandemic, so we were talking about it, when we got married in 2018, and then we were talking about it in 2019. Like, we always knew it was going to be 2020 for when we wanted to bring our baby into the world. It was just a matter of time of, like, planning and having the month down. And I did want my baby to be born in December, and we were blessed to be able to get pregnant right away. Like, it only took a month to get pregnant. And I realized that there's a lot of women out there who cannot get pregnant, or who have been trying for years and years, and my heart just goes out to those people, because I couldn't imagine that. I mean, I found out, obviously after not being pregnant, and then, okay, another month goes by, and you're like, okay, there's no period, so I'm definitely pregnant. It was like that. And even after a month, I mean, I was just like really defeated, because I wanted to be pregnant right away. But the Lord knew, like, this whole virus was gonna happen, and had I not had that month, the month before, there's no way I would have kept my job. Like I said, I would have quit my job. So everything is all timing, and I think that our daughter will be born at the perfect time that she's supposed to be born, which is December 2020. And I'm so excited. As much as I hate the feelings of being pregnant and how much my body is changing, and everything is just, it's great. I mean, I have stuff to look forward to with all the craziness that's going on in the world. We're flourishing in our lives, my husband and I and our baby, and we're just really excited for this next chapter in life. And I'm looking forward to becoming a mother this year, and it's just going to be amazing. And it's fun. It's fun, and it's emotional, and it's scary, but I will say it's fun to look forward to everything that we have to look forward to in terms of this pregnancy. And I going back to what I said about how it's okay to not like to be pregnant, but I also think that just because it's so much of a change, it's so much change within your overall body, that's why I don't like to be pregnant, and how it's made me feel, and how it's taken away a lot of my self-confidence. That's what I don't like about it. And just how tired I am, and how little things just really affect me more. I'm just much more emotional, and I'm not used to being so emotional. I don't like that at all. But my hormones are absolutely crazy. So I just have to remember, like, okay, you're pregnant. This is okay. Everything is going to be fine. Just calm down and whatever. But little things, they just really bother me. Like, something that would never bother me before bothers me. And I hate that. I hate that about this, because I know that it's not really me. It's literally my hormones. But it's not an excuse, but it is an excuse at the same time. And I guess another reason why I don't I don't really like it is because the people that I talk to, they're not pregnant, so they can't really relate to what I'm going through and everything. So it's like, it's not that I don't have people that I can't talk to. I do, but they don't understand how it feels to be pregnant. Yeah, I can talk to my mom, I can talk to my mother-in-law and whatever, but they're going to have completely different viewpoints because they were pregnant like almost 30 years ago with their kids, and it's just like times have changed and not everything is the same. I mean, it's not. And what's hard is listening to people try to tell you, you know, well, you shouldn't do this, or you should do this, because I did a lot of research when I found out I was pregnant. Like a lot of research I did the first day that I found out I was pregnant, and I know a lot of stuff about pregnancy now because of the research that I did, because I want to know how can I be, you know, a good carrier for my child. What should I do? What should I avoid? You know, and obviously there's certain things that you can do to tweak it for your body type or whatever, but a lot of people, they're going to try to tell you advice, and you don't have to listen to that. You don't, because they're not the ones that are carrying the child, and it's hard to not have attitude about that or to give my opinion on it, but that's just the way it is, and that's how people are. I mean, I'm not going to be offended by somebody else's advice, but it's like at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what anybody has to say about you or your pregnancy or what decisions you're making, because that's on you. I mean, you're the mom, you get to decide, so whatever. But that's just like anything. It's just like when you get engaged, when you get married, it's just like everybody wants to give you their advice. And then the other day I was standing in line at what do you call it, like a fair food truck thing, like in the parking lot. There was a fair food truck thing, and these people, they were in front of me. This one girl, she was like, oh yeah, my daughter's pregnant, whatever, blah blah blah, because this other girl was like, oh yeah, you look pregnant. I was like, yeah, that's because I am. You know, I don't really just go tell random people I'm pregnant. I mean, if they're gonna say something, they're gonna say something. And then the older woman, she was like, oh, you don't even look pregnant. It's like, how do you respond back to that? Thanks, yeah, I'm 6 months pregnant, but like, I don't get some people, but that's just the way life is, I guess, and that's just the way the world is, but it is what it is. So, but I will say, now that I'm in the second trimester, I have enjoyed it a lot more. Even though I say I hate being pregnant, there are some things to like about it, and I don't know. I just think it's very hard, and I just want this child out. So that's what I think about it. But I am grateful for all the help that I have received from my family members, especially my mom and my husband. So I can't complain, I guess. Well, I might as well show you guys the bump. So this is how she looks today. It is 23 weeks and 4 days. So, yeah, I am growing, and just a couple days ago on August 7th, my husband and I, we finally saw her kicking outside, so that was really exciting, because it's like, oh yeah, it just makes it more real for my husband when he's able to see this stuff, when it's not just me being able to feel her kick, which I've been able to feel her kick since 14 weeks now, so. And then it's just really funny, because he's like, oh, did you do that? Did you push your stomach out? I'm like, no, I didn't push my stomach out. That's her kicking. So just like fun stuff like that. And when he just looks at my belly, and then he puts his hand down it, and then he's like, hi baby, and just like all this cute stuff. It's so cute. It makes it so much fun. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna end this vlog, otherwise I'm just gonna keep rambling on and on about this whole pregnancy thing. And yeah, so, well, guess I'm gonna end the vlog now. Well, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if not, just do nothing. But don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bless up. Peace.